So today I want to discuss a concept: what to do when you seem kind of stuck, what to do when you don't know what to do. Um, I've been running business for a while now, and earlier, sometime last year, I had an accident. So 2023 was like a year of recovery for me. Basically, it came with a lot of downtimes, a lot of fear, anxiety. But somewhere along the way, I began to enjoy rest. And I'm not just talking about physical rest, I'm talking about rest from God Himself, Jesus Christ. And if there's anything I began to find out is sometimes we think it is by how much we know and how much we do that brings about results. I was at a point in my life when I thought I knew stuff to do. I couldn't actually do them because I was in a position to do it. I broke my leg, a really bad accident, 4 surgeries, and still in recovery mode. And basically, I couldn't move about. I was on painkillers most of the time and antibiotics for a very long time. And yeah, basically, lost every kind of interest to work. And this me running an office of over 13 to 15 staff, and we're down to like two of us in a very big office. I can't do what I normally do to bring about the sales, and one way or the other, God took care of things. I began to see that sometimes it's not based on how much strategies you put in place. I discovered another way of receiving, which could only have happened in rest. I began to look at things in retrospect, and some of the things I learned was sometimes we feel like a lot of activity means productivity, but it's not necessarily so. We think if we keep walking around the clock, it means that we are getting result around the clock. I discovered and just being in a place of rest. In that moment, literally committing everything to God. And I'm not saying this to make you feel like, oh, He has come from the point of, oh, it's God. No, this is literally understanding how to relate with God, fellowship with God. I wake up and I really know that there's not much I can do, and I've got bills to pay. I need to sort out this and that, and this is the only way I know how to make any kind of income. So I wake up and I'm like, God, I pray about these things. God, help me. God, come through for me. God, I really don't know what to do. And then I just leave it. I go back into Thanksgiving and I just say, God, thank you, because I know that all this is settled. I go into praises, I go into worship, and I just carry the Bible for the day and I'm reading. And something strange happens. There's a certain peace of mind that comes through. It's a peace that says, don't worry, I've got you covered. And then I'm just going about my day, and an idea just drops. Yes, an idea just drops. Sometimes it can be a weird idea. It could be an idea like, why don't you call this person and check up on this person and see if they are okay? Or why don't you reach out to this person and help this person out? Or why don't you just probably listen to this person? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because it's like I'm looking for income and then you're expending my energy in something else. And that is what I did not understand rest was all about. Now I really had the time not to bother about the things that I normally bothered about, which was usually work, do marketing, do sales, call this customer, check out this campaign. I wasn't doing that. So now I'm in a place of rest, and then the instructions are things like, oh, just reach out to this person, take time out and talk to this person. And I began to do these things this time around because there's really no timeline, there's really no you need to get off the phone really fast. You really need to do other things. Seriously, there's really no other thing to do. I call these people, I check up on them. I genuinely begin to share things with them. I begin to share my experiences. A lot of people are down. A lot of people are going through stuff. And I can see that I'm connecting with them, because what lower level can one be than the level that I've been through already? This is like, well, I don't really need to go into details about the processes I've been through or the trauma I've been through in the last few months. And then I meet people, and I'm no longer talking from a point of all is well. I'm talking from a point of practical. This is what I do. And I finish and I share something like, oh, can I pray with you? And they're like, oh, fine. And I pray with them. Sometimes I really don't know what to say, and I'm like, okay, you know what, to be truthful, I cannot really help out in this particular situation, but is it okay if I pray about it and we talk about it later? And there's this peace. I literally see this peace being transcended into the lives of these people. I pick up this same thing. I pick it up with my wife. We have like an instruction at a point in time. Why don't you do like the next 1 week, just praying for people? So we take to that and we start praying for people as they come. This person did this person did that. I'm like, oh, let's not talk about the complaint. Let's change to a prayer point. And literally, we see people. We see our prayer request. One of the strangest one was, we prayed for a particular situation one day. I'm not saying we're the only people that were praying about it. We prayed about it one day, and on day 3, this person calls and he's not even aware we're praying for him. He calls and he says, hello, Russell, can you imagine this? This and this just happened. I'm like, wow. And that person we pray for, and maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, person calls, hi Russell, I just got to share good news. This, and I'm like, wow, okay. If God is working in these areas, and it is that it's obvious that He's in the building, and as these things begin to happen, something strange begins to come up in my business. I am not doing anything whatsoever to do any kind of advertisement, and then these strange orders begin to come in. They come in just enough to take care of certain needs per time. This is a business that runs online and requires a lot of advertisement for it to move, and no form of advertisement to go away. And you see new customers coming in. I'm sleeping and I just get an order, bang. I see that somebody has placed an order, somebody has paid, and it's happening like that. And I'm like, okay, this is another strange way of working with God. And then something else begins to happen. I begin to get things like instructions. This week, why don't you push out this kind of products? That means you're not doing advert because of the dollar rates or something, but this week, why don't you upload these products, push this in and do like an email, send an email out, or send your WhatsApp BC and just put out this kind of campaign, which is maybe for this week, do 10% off, or do amazing shirts this season, something like that. It's strange. And then one does it, just simply opening this thing, and bang, we get results that are way better than the result when we're doing advertising. And I'm like, okay, this is a new way. Why am I sharing all of these things? Sometimes we believe that being in rest means being idle. No, rest in God is not idleness. Rest in God is getting to that point whereby we are no longer under pressure. We are no longer under the pressure of the things that normally pressure us. It is we understanding that we are fully committed these things to God, and we trust that God is going to take care of it. Now at that point, we are open and vulnerable to the instructions of God. The instructions of God isn't going to let us go after the things that we naturally love to go. They can be things that are going to require us to give our time or our resources to other people, but that is where the rest comes in. Trusting God with these things, going ahead to do these things. And guess what? God sorts you out. It brings you back to Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I'm just trying to be practical. The Bible is practical. It is not about, oh, these things are said and it's magic. No, this is the way God intended for us to live as human beings. This is the spiritual way God, through Jesus Christ, intended us to live. So I'm just here to encourage somebody out there that's like, oh, I'm at this point in my life, there's nothing working out for me, I don't know what to do. Rest. The ideas will come, the thoughts will drop. Stop thinking that in your rest is the thoughts you expect to come that will come. No, God's thoughts will come. God's ideas will come. God is going to use you in your time of rest. So you'll be resting, but there's still going to be some form of activity. But now it is no longer the activity we were used to. It's an activity that comes with a capacity from God. It's an activity that comes with a provision. It's an activity that begins to make you dig deep within who you actually are and what you were created for. And guess what? Bang. God sorts you out. And He gives you every single thing that you ever asked of, I could even imagine. I'm still in the process of learning all of these things. I'm not saying I am there yet, and I'm not saying that I have figured it all out, but this is my story up until this time. Maybe some other time I'll share with you some of the traumatic phases that I've been through in the last few months. I'm still in my period of recovering. I still have this for now. But I'm still trusting God. Like I said, nothing you cannot do. It's a season of learning for me, and I just thought I'd share this. Alright, guys. Thank you.